Today we're testing one of the most requested videos on the channel, and that is Conte's 3-4-3 from his time at Chelsea. As we all know, started out the season really poorly. Conte changed it to the 3-4-3 and they skyrocketed up the table to win the Premier League. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to test it with Chelsea, we're going to test it with Juventus, we're going to test it with Elgin City. It's exactly how the 3-4-3 gets on. And here we are with the first team of the day, and it is Juventus, one of Conte's old clubs. We'll take a look, we have won the Coppa Italia, we managed to beat Fiorentina 3-0 in the final. Goals from Milic, Chiesa and Cavaglià have managed to secure a 3-0 win, and we have won the Italian Cup. We then take a look at the league. As you can see here, we've actually had a playoff with AC Milan. So if we look at the league table, we top the table, 26 wins, 9 draws, 3 losses, 95 goals scored, 36 against. Level on points with AC Milan, which meant we had to go to a playoff. So in the playoffs, as you can see, we've managed to win an aggregate. We have won 3-2. In the final game, Theo scored for Milan and then Moise Kean scored the winner for us. So here we go. We have won a double with Juventus in the first season, something that they have not done for a long time. Go and take a look at all the stats now. In terms of team stats, we scored the most goals. We scored 98, 20 more goals than AC Milan. With the most shots with 638, few shots against, we're down in 4th. Possession wise, we're not in the top 8 teams there. Best pass completion, we're not up there either. In terms of tackles won, we're not up here. Most dribbles, sitting in 4th place with 631. Fewest conceded, we're actually down in 5th at 38, so 1 goal per game in the league. Clean sheets wise, we've kept 17. We'll take a look at the players now. Player overview, most goals, Dusan Vlahovic, absolute monster of a man, 28 goals a season. In terms of assists, we've got Kostic up there with 21 assists for the season. Most shots, Vlahovic 133, man in the matches, we've actually not got anybody up there surprisingly. Key passes, Kostic up there 116 in second place. Best pass completion, Szczesny at 96%. For dribbles made, we've not got anybody up in the top numbers here. Tackles won, we've not got anybody here. In terms of clean sheets, we can see Szczesny in 3rd there, and in terms of fewest conceded, he's actually down in 6th with 37 goals conceded for himself. We'll go and take a look at the data hub, see exactly how it's played out. So in terms of goals, we've scored 2.45 goals per game from expected 1.92. Expected to concede 0.86, we've actually conceded slightly more at 0.95. We've had just under 16 shots per game, shots on targets just under 43%, pass completion 88.5%, tackles on percentage 73.39. Looking at the overall attacking numbers, ones we've not seen, dribbles per game 15.77, cross completion 15.53, fouls against 12.8 per game. Defensively, we'll take a wee look. 17 clean sheets, 73% of tackles won, 4.98 opposition passes per defensive action, possession won 3,500 times. We made 16.12 fouls per game and 41.8 final third passes per game against us. Going down and look at the team performance, you can see we're expected to score 86.3 goals, we actually scored 98. We're expected to get 78 points, we got 87. We're expected to finish first, and we finished in first. Now we're going to look at the team stats, see how everybody got on. In terms of goals, as we'll know, Vlahovic up there with 31, Federico Chiesa with 14 goals, 10 assists, Timothy Weah, the young American, 10 goals and 8 assists, and then a whole host of players, 9 goals for Milic and Rabiot, 6 for Cavaglià, and 5 for Kostic and Gatti, as well as Cambiaso. Assist-wise, we can see Kostic 22 assists in all competitions, absolutely phenomenal season for him. Chiesa with 10 as we saw, Weston McKennie with 8, Weah with 8, Cavaglià with 8, Rabiot with 6 and Cambiaso with 6, so very good overall. So there we go, we've won the double with Juventus, so we'll now go and look at Elgin City and see exactly how the lower league team in Scotland managed to get on with Conte's 3-4-3. So with the team that we expect to finish last in the Cinch League 2 in Scotland, we'll take a run through the cups. SPFL Trust Trophy, knocked out in the 4th round by Falkirk, knocked out in the group stage of the Scottish League Cup, and the Scottish Cup were knocked out in the 3rd round by Clyde. However, the league is where we've seen the biggest swing. So we were set to finish bottom, that unfortunately went to Forfar, who only had 16 points this season. We finished top with 77. Take a deeper dive into the league table, have a look and see how it all played out. So we'll go to the league table here, we can see 24 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses, 83 goals scored, 38 conceded, 4 points ahead of Clyde. Absolutely brilliant season all round. Look at the overview of the team stats. Most goals, we've got 83 for Elgin. Most shots, we're sitting in 2nd behind Clyde. Few shots against, we're actually down in 4th. 385 against us. Base pass completion, we're actually down in 7th out of 10, which is pretty poor. Possession wise, we're sitting in 3rd with 52% behind Stranraer and Clyde. Most tackles won, we are down in 7th at 597. Dribbles made, we're actually down in 8th position. And in terms of defensive numbers, most clean sheets with 13 and fewest goals conceded with 38. So we conceded just over 1 goal per game there. Player stats wise, so as you can see, Robert Jones has 33 goals, 9 more goals than Thomas Orr from Stranraer. In terms of the assists, we can see Owen Cairns is up there with 12 and Mark Gallagher sitting there with 11. Most shots, Robert Jones up there as well. Dangana and Golding making up the top 8. Most player awards, Robert Jones, not surprising from what we've seen. In terms of best pass completion, Thomas McHale up there with 94%. Is he our goalkeeper? Because usually, yep, he's our goalkeeper. Key passes, we have Mark Gallagher and Lyle Booth up there in the top 4. Most tackles won, we have Lyle Booth in 7th. Dribbles made per game, we've got nobody in the top 8 there, and in terms of the clean sheets, it's Thomas McHale as the most, ahead of Lewis, who I think's a Rangers youngster, or previous, on loan from Rangers. So he's already doing better than the youngster from Rangers, and he also conceded the fewest goals in the league. We'll now go and look at the data hub. We will take a quick look. We can see we scored 2.31 goals per game from expected 1.92. We conceded 1.06 from expected 1.10, so we're doing slightly better there. Shots per game just over the 15, shots on target 45.77, pass completion rate 83.93, and tackles won 75.86, so really good so far. In terms of the attacking numbers, we've not seen dribbles per game just over 10, cross completion 15.81, pass completions we saw just under the 84%, and fouls against per game 10.11. Now to the defensive numbers, we can see we had 4.76 opposition passes per defensive action, with one possession 3,639 times, final third passes against us per game 50.5, which is a quite high number unfortunately, and fouls made per game were just under the 12 there. Now go and look at the team performance, and as we can see, we're expected to score 74.7 goals, we scored 83, expect to get 67 points, we get 77, and we're expected to finish second in terms of our numbers, but we managed to finish in first. So there you have it. Elgin City are going up to League 1, predicted to get relegated into the Highland League, but we've managed to get promoted. So now, we'll take a look at Chelsea, the last team in this tactic recreation video, and then we'll go through the tactic itself, show you how Conte set up in the 2016-17 season and how I've managed to replicate that in Football Manager 2024. So we are back here with Chelsea. Carabao Cup unfortunately lost out in the second round tips, which was a massive blow. We have won the FA Cup however, managed to beat Manchester United 3-1 in the final, a hat-trick from Nkunku, cancelling out Casemiro's one goal in the first half. And then when we take a look at the league table, as you can see, we have finished first. We finished a massive 14 points ahead of Aston Villa. So we'll take a look at the full Premier League table and see exactly how we've got on. So we've won 30 games, drawn 5, lost 3, scored 82 goals and only conceded 25, so the defence has been rock solid, which is why we have a goal difference of 57 and we have managed to win the league quite convincingly here. We'll go and look at all of the stats now. In terms of the team overview, most goals we're actually sitting in second. Aston Villa scored more than us, with the most shots at 635. Few shots against, we're second there, 254. Possession wise, we're sitting 8th with 52%. Best pass completion, we're not in the top 8 at all. Most tackles won, we're not in the top 8. In terms of dribbles, we are sitting in 6th with 637, but as you can see, we have 21 clean sheets and we only conceded 25 goals across the season. We'll look at the player stats now, and as we will see, most goals, Nkunku joint top with Erling Haaland. Assist wise, Reece James up there with 15, Ben Chilwell with 10. Key players in this tactic, as you will see. Most shots, we've got Nkunku down in 5th with 79 shots. Player of the matches, Nkunku's there with 5 and Reece James is the top one with 9. Best pass completion, we have Robert Sanchez in goal, 97% joint with Ederson. Most key passes, we have Nkunku in 5th with 79 and Reece James massively outperforming everybody else with 130 key passes. 49 key passes ahead of Douglas Luiz in 2nd. Tackles won, we have Ben Chilwell in 5th with 109. Most dribbles made, we've not got anybody in the list. Fewest conceded, we have Robert Sanchez with 22 and the most clean sheets with 18. So this shows you how solid this is at the back. We'll dive into the data hub now, and we can see we've scored 2.16 goals per game from expected 2.15, so pretty much bang on the money. We've conceded 0.66 per game from expected 0.82. Shots per game 16.71. Shots on target 43.31%, pass completion just over the 87%, and tackles won 77.64 as well. Looking at the attacking numbers, we will see the ones we've not seen. Dribbles per game 16.76, cross completion a low 14%, fouls against per game 12.61. Defensively now, we'll take a look. Tackles won 77.64, 21 clean sheets as we saw. Opposition passes per defensive action 4.27, with one possession 3,808 times. We had a final third pass per game 40 against us and 13.18 fouls made per game. In terms of the overall team performance, we'll take a look at this. So we were expected to get 90 goals. We actually underperformed slightly here and only got 82. We were expected to get 81 points. We blew that out the water and got 95. We were expected first from our underlying numbers and we finished in first. So now we will take a look at the players that done this for us. In terms of goals, as you can see, Nkunku up there with 27 goals, and then we've got Noni Madueke, Nicholas Jackson with 10 apiece, Cole Palmer, Sterling and Enzo Fernandez with 8, Mudryk with 7, and then a lot of other players down below there. In terms of the assists, we can see Reece James with 17, Ben Chilwell with 11, Nkunku with 7, Caicedo and Levi Colwill both on 5. We will now go and look at the tactic and show you exactly how this sets up like Conte's 3-4-3 system. So use the 3-4-3 from Conte. We're going with a positive mentality. We have slightly more direct passing. We are focusing play down the left and down the right with the 2 wing backs as well as the 2 inside forwards cutting in. And we're going at a slightly higher tempo. In the transition, we are regrouping, but we are countering, and we are distributing the ball to the centre backs, taking short kicks. And in terms of out of possession, we have the mid block. We've got the standard defensive line. We are preventing the short goalkeeper distribution, and we are trying the press much more often. We're getting stuck in, and we are trapping outside. So what we'll do now is we'll talk through some of the player roles, and we'll quick pick, without restriction, the best 11. This is the game deems as the best 11 so far. So we have Petrovic here in goals, Fofana, Chalobah and Colwill as the centre backs, Ben Chilwell, Caicedo, Fernandes and Reece James is the flat 4. Then you've got Sterling and Jackson either side of Christopher and Nkunku. So the best way to kind of describe this is Petrovic will be playing the role of Thibaut Courtois. The 3 centre backs will be playing the roles of the 2 outside ones. Will be playing as Azpilicueta and Gary Cahill, just your central defenders. That's their job. We have a ball playing defender as a stopper. This was the David Luiz role. So as you can see, we've got dribble more, we've got shoot more often, because as we all know, David Luiz was a bit of a bomb skid. He liked to get forward, so Conte let him do that. So that's the personal instructions for the ball playing defender in the middle there. The 2 either side just set to tackle harder in the Gary Cahill and Azpilicueta roles. As the goalkeeper and defend, just set to his normal instructions. The wing back and attack, we've got his cross more often. That was the Victor Moses role. Obviously, throughout his career before this, he was predominantly a winger. But Conte wanted to go to the 3-4-3 and decided he'd be a great wing back. And as you can see, it worked. They won the league. So this is why we've got him on wing back attack, cross more often, because he is predominantly a winger. On the other side, you had Marcos Alonso, who was traditionally a full back and a wing back. So he is a complete wing back. We've got him at cross more often, crossing from the byline, because he was always a full back and a wing back. So that's why he is the complete wing back in this system. Now the midfield 2 was a bit trickier for me to kind of come up with. So that was usually Kante and Matic. So in the Kante role, we have Enzo Fernandez, who just has the standard positions in the DM on defend role, and we have the deep line playmaker on support, again just the normal role here. That's kind of the Matic role that I saw. Matic was a bit of a better passer in the midfield. Some people disagree, that's just the way I saw it. Then on the wings either side, so you obviously had the right hand side, we've got Sitnaro, that was the Pedro role, obviously coming from Barcelona. Absolutely brilliant in their front 3, and then he moved to Chelsea in the front 3. Obviously an inverted winger, cutting inside, he sat narrower most of the time. Raheem Sterling on the inside forward and attack, just from this 11, shoot more often, sit narrower. That's the Eden Hazard role. This is a key point of this tactic. We'll go back in a minute and show you how that worked for Juventus when we go there. And up front in the Diego Costa role, a complete forward, did a bit of everything. That was Christopher Nkunku, who he just get the standard, so he's get hold of the ball, dribble more, take fewer risks, move into channels and roam from position, because that's what Costa tended to do. I'll now quickly jump back to Juventus and I'll just show you how some of these roles worked a wee bit better. So looking at Juventus for this, as you can see, we're not going to go through them all again because we've kind of seen them all, but we have Chiesa playing in the Eden Hazard role here, and we'll be able to check out his stats and see exactly how that kind of transpired. So go to development, go to tactics. He played on the left hand side, he got 14 goals and 10 assists, more kind of similar to Eden Hazard sort of numbers. And that's kind of how he played. Eden Hazard would be the main player of the squad, and Timothy Weah seems to be playing the Pedro role for them. It's not got Kostic here, but Kostic will have been playing as the left back, so he'll have been playing in the Marcos Alonso role. And I must say, he's kind of overperformed. He get 5 goals and 22 assists altogether. I don't think Marcos Alonso got 22 assists, but you know, sometimes you get these weird anomalies when you're looking at a tactic. But that is it. That is the 3-4-3 Conte tactic. As always, please leave a like, comment down below. If you would like to download this, I'll leave the description down below. Let me know what other tactical recreation you would like to see coming up. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you next time.